Hello，各位好，欢迎各位回到今天的直播，我是阿狂。今天呢，我们来播一款新的游戏吧，叫做《寄梦远方》。这款游戏是今年的2月1号吧，刚上市的游戏哦，上市差不多1个月，然后这个月他们发布了一些更新。那我想说 ，OK， 那应该可以来玩了。我们就正好我们这个礼拜，因为我有一点感冒，那声音有点会怪怪的，所以我就拿这款来玩吧。这款算是继续型的游戏吗？那就可以安安静静，比较安静的玩了，就不需要讲太多话。OK，来体验一下这款游戏吧。好，一样哦。那如果你是看直播成长的观众，也非常欢迎你来到今天的直播。
Who are you? I don't know, but I'm writing to you anyway. Where are you? How far in the future? Where'd you find my journal? I may never know, but you can know me from what I put down on these pages. I come from a little village in the mountains. No one has left here since before I was born. But our lives changed overnight. Just a few days ago when my best friend had a prophetic dream. A vision that the elder said means this season is going to end soon. The world is about to enter a new era. A great change is coming. Everyone was afraid. I was surrounded by questions and I began to feel how little I know. What is this season that is about to end, and why is it ending? What exactly is out there that could turn the world inside out? If there are still voices singing and laughing in the wilderness, I could record them before they're gone. I also thought of my dad, who always wanted to see the outside world but never did. So, I asked if I could leave. The elder had one condition for letting me go. That I take what I collect to the museum vault, a palace of art and memory at the edge of the earth. She says it's the only place safe from the turmoil of a changing season. I hope that's where you're reading this now. I can't stop the change that is coming, but this time on Earth could live on in these pages. What it looks like, sounds like, how it feels to be alive right now. I'm writing to you at the crack of dawn on the morning I leave home. I can smell breakfast cooking in the other room, and I can hear my mom's voice.
《过去的季节》。过去、现代时期、黄金季节、战争。哦， 刚刚那要怎么叫出来？我刚刚还没看完呢。啊，好像关掉之后没办法叫出来了，好吧？我们就在他的房间探索一下吧。狗娃娃拉扯绳子。哦。
3, 2, 1. Hooray! Mr. Lotto's here.
OK， 乐托先生。
I'm tired.
陌生人名录给无聊小孩的恐怖故事。
My bag and Dad's camera, ready for the great departure.
哦，好多东西哦，陶瓷动物。希望比起一条鱼，你更喜欢它，派特。派特是谁啊？虫壳是什么？哦，这是他做的标本是不是？旧纸钞，价值10首诗。感觉是一个浪漫主义的国家制定的纸钞。OK。
The last moment in this little house. There used to be 3 of us here. My mom and Dad and me. Soon it will be just her. Her and all these memories. But in this moment, everything is the same as ever. Until I shift my weight. The floorboards creak. Mom hears it and turns to me.
You're up. What are you doing standing there? Time to get going. It's gonna be a beautiful morning. I'm making progress. I found the burner, camera, recorder, travel bag. Breakfast is in progress. Still gotta make a pendant.
啥吊
We haven't
坠？
used this in so long.
狗牌吗？
Good thing I saved the instructions. Just as you would use a shield to protect your body, an identity pendant protects your mind.
哦，身份吊坠，果然是狗牌啊。
Your thoughts, memories, everything that makes you, you. We don't wear them here in the village anymore. But if you're going into the outside world, I'll feel better when you've got a pendant shielding you. Diseases of the mind,
心灵的疾病，
like the dream sickness.
幻梦病。
You don't know what caused it. We heard people suddenly fell into an eternal sleep.
陷入永久的沉睡。
These were years of wild rumors, and half of them turned out to be true. In times of war, a pendant can be used to identify a body.
对啊，现在这个季节哦，他们讲时代是用季节这个词来讲的哦。这个季节是才刚经过战争。
Let's skip that part.
他爸爸不知道是不是因为战争死掉的。
Objects have two layers, the physical and the mental. The pendant needs to absorb both. 1. Collect a sentimental object for each sense: sound, smell, feel, sight, taste. 2. Feel the sense and speak aloud a memory of the object. 3. Feed the object into the burner. The memory will leave the speaker as it is transferred to the pendant. That means I'll forget the memory after I say it. It's supposed to be painless, at least.
由我来做，让我失去那段记忆。
No, you must remember everything. That's your role. The pendant needs this little sacrifice. I want to be sure it works. Don't be afraid. A few memories is a small price to pay for knowing you'll be safe. Okay, so this old tape should work for our sense of sound. I remember. You and I fell asleep listening to this tape. Where Dad came from? We all rested together until it got dark.
啊，是这样用的啊。然后他就会忘记
What an
吗？
odd feeling. Like an absence, disappearing. The empty space fills itself back in until I forget that I forgot anything at all. I'm glad I'm only losing a few memories. If I lost too many, I wouldn't even know who you are. You should pick the rest of the objects. I'll lose the memories, but you'll have them in a pendant forever.
哇，
So they should be important to you. They should be parts of your identity you want to be sure to protect. So think about what these items and what the memories would preserve about you. Let's do smell next. Find an object with a strong odor
所以我要先集齐这五感才能出门哦。
and that holds a piece of you.
他就这样忘记刚刚他所传述的那些记忆了哦。他爸爸回家，然后一起休息，然后这一段微小的记忆。姜汁饮料，
Childhood. Too sweet, too old. I always wanted to experience new things.
家人们的老式精酿姜汁啤酒，专治身体疼痛、便秘、鼻子不通，blah blah blah。 哦，这个就是他们的那个叫做什么东西？枇杷膏啊，
Nothing.
类似枇
I
杷膏的
used to
东
see
西。
souls everywhere.
他说我们现在要找一个嗅觉的物品，对不对？
Ancient perfume, sweet. Nothing is ever lost. Sweet wax honey. How I've tried to save things.
蜂蜜西瓜，哎，他妈做的这个汤不行啊。
Granite, seaside, darkness. This speaks to how my mom loves me.
他是不是一旦丢这个东西下去，他妈妈也就会忘记这个跟那个东西有关的记忆了？
Honey, wax, baby, waves. I was loved by people I have no memory of. Faint, damp canyon. A friend gave me this a long time ago. Nothing. I collect stories. Nothing. I take care of fragile things. Nothing. I was born in the glow of my parents' love.
这个绝对不能丢吧？这个丢下去，他妈妈忘记怎么办？
Nothing. I remember who my dad was. My bag and dad's camera, ready for the great departure. Nothing. I look closely. Sour, handshake, sweat. I always had the intuition the world could change completely. Glue, acid, dust, pulp. How I always wanted to meet these strangers.
Oh, 这个熊也可以丢下去吗？
Tangled nest, sour play. This speaks to how my dad loved me.
哦，这是他爸送他的礼物哦。
Nothing. I always looked for other worlds.
嗅觉的话，我们就选这个干燥花吧。再度想起，
Nothing is ever lost.
What did you choose for smell?
干花。
Let's breathe in deep. Your dad used to bring these flowers home from his climbs.
Oh my god！ 该不会刚刚这些东西全部都有一个特殊剧情吧？哎，超级多哎！
They only grow high up in the mountains. He was a great climber. He even found us a new source of water. I hoped after he would climb less, maybe even retire. But he always wanted to explore, and the only direction to go was up. Maybe the Elder is letting you leave out of guilt for what happened to your dad. If someone has the energy to leave, it needs to go somewhere. He fell into the Fitz ravine. You never found his body.
哦，他爸不是死在战争了？
But doesn't he rest with us at night? Doesn't he appear in our dreams? How can such a human being depart this earth without leaving behind a trace? A trace as strong as the flowers would still have their scent. Darling, I don't want to lose this one.
No，
I can't lose this one.
可以取消吗？可以取消这个花吗？
Can we put the flowers back, please? Thank you.
哎，那这样每一个东西都可以这样子吧？都可以选择，然后看一下剧情，然后再把它放回去，应该可以吧？我们选糖果看看。
What did you choose for smell? Let's breathe in deep. I remember. These were a present from your friend Pate.
哦，派特是他的朋友哦 ，Pate。
It was such a special gift that you wouldn't eat a single one. But after a while, the candy became as hard as rocks. The candy was meant to give one moment of sugary joy. And you realized, we talked about this, that by trying to save them, they lost their purpose. It might have been better to just enjoy them in the moment.
哎，这个不能选择放回去哦。看来是那个花它本身的剧情很重要哦，所以给了我一个放回去的选项。
Pick something with a texture you like.
嗅觉选了，那我们选个，现在要选触觉吗？触觉哦。
My hand in my own hand. This speaks to how my mom loves me.
哇，它每一个东西，我刚刚在选嗅觉的时候，它用嗅觉的方式去描述那个东西哦。现在用触觉的方式去描述吗？
Soft, cold, smooth. I used to see souls everywhere.
它这个台词得写多少啊？
Cool, round glass. I always wanted to experience new things. Brittle, soft, wilted. Nothing is ever lost.
如果我们再选一次这个干燥花的话，它会叫我们再放回去吗？
Wax, soft, ancient wall.
还是他妈会说，既然你
Those
那么
left
坚
by
持，
people I
就
have
丢
no
下
memory
去？
of. Cool, scratchy palm grains. A friend gave me this a long time ago.
就是 pizza 啊，还是 pate？pate。
A friend gave me this a long time ago. Cheap velvet flower. I collect stories. Creased paper lines. I take care of fragile things. Aggressive, delicate, mineral. I look closely. Try. Slime. I always had the intuition the world could change completely.
为什么纸钞会有粘液啊？
The binding is loose. The lace of the cover is ready to slip away. How I always wanted to meet these strangers. Fabric, skin, plush, limbs. This speaks to how my dad loved me. Cool, battered brass.
很酷，
I always looked for other worlds.
那应该要翻冰冷之类的。想到触觉的话，我第一个想到就这个哦，陶瓷的手感。然后我们选这个看看吧。
So what did you end up choosing?
Pate 送我的动物石雕。
Okay, feel the surface. A cool stone. I remember. This was in the months after your father passed. You didn't seem sad, but you just weren't interested in anything. It was hard to know what to do. One day, you and your friend Pate went fishing. You didn't catch anything, of course, but when I was putting away your bucket, we found this creature there. Pate had dropped it in without you noticing. I remember how it made you smile. And I felt, oh, no matter how much things have changed, I will get to see my little girl smile again.
No， 他会不会又跟我说这个不要丢了 ？No。 那这样每丢一个东西，他妈妈就慢慢的忘记他女儿了。
I'm fine. Let's do sight next.
No，
Pick something that looks nice.
「视觉，
Poisoned, blue, shine. I look closely. Money. I always had the intuition the world could change completely.
视觉的部分讲那个钱就一个字钱。
Worn cover.
Hello Red.
How I always wanted to meet these strangers. Mr. Lotto. This speaks to how my dad loved me.
对啊，今天会播2款游戏哦。
Dignified ringer. I always looked for other worlds. Artificial blue sunflower badge. I collect stories.
哎，这个折纸他怎么没有说话？这个折纸他视觉上太普通了，不想说。
Mom and Dad before I was born. I was born in the glow of my parents' love. Dad by my hand. I remember who my dad was.
这2张真的会舍不得丢进去，因为对他妈来说，这2张一定是很重要的东西。
An unlit tower. I was loved by people I have no memory of. Dried mountain flowers. Nothing is ever lost.
这个看过了吗？
Gold, glint, smile, blushing face. I used to see souls everywhere. Brown, glass, ochre, parchment. I always wanted to experience new things.
这个里面应该还有吧？他妈妈会不会想要用？
My hand when I was a child. This speaks to how my mom loves me.
9岁的时候，哇，有些东西真的会不忍心丢进去。我们选一个感觉就对他妈来说，可能最没有感觉的东西吧。我们选一个这个。 选虫吗？我们选虫壳看看。
So, what did you end up choosing?
昆虫标本。
When you were a little kid and I'd wash your pants, I'd check the pockets and find all kinds of little things you'd collected off the ground. Rocks, leaves, bits of string, and bugs. It happened less and less as you got older. But I remember the afternoon I found this beautiful blue beetle in your pocket.
所以这个标本是他妈妈做的哦。
I thought, oh, this might be the last time. And this dead insect suddenly became so precious to me. What is it in our young eyes that imbue every small thing with meaning? Why do we lose this? I don't think you ever did.
No， 感觉这个家里的每一个东西对他妈来说都是有一个特殊意义的哦。
For taste, we can eat breakfast and feed some to the burner.
对啊，我们丢早餐就好啦，不用丢家里的东西吧。 不然他妈会一直忘记他女儿的以前的事情。
The memory I'll lose is the one we're forming right now. I want you to have it forever. Standing here, you're having a last taste of home. Now you're protected by lost memories. A gem of home around your neck. This is my only condition for letting you go. You must promise me never to take the pendant off. And never tamper with it. Okay? Then I'm okay with you leaving. I think your camera and bag are still in your room. It's time to gather them up. I've lost so much. How could the world ask me to lose you too? Look at us. There we are. There we were. We'll always be right here on this beautiful morning.
唉，打开日志，
I just performed a ritual with my mom. The moment has passed, but I'll record it in these pages for you for the future.
哦，哦，他可以自己写、自己画他自己的那个手册，这样子吗？放置足够的纪念品来解锁灵感。可以旋转 ，OK。放在，应该是刚刚那几个全部都要放上去。嗯，
I never knew when my mom would share a memory of Dad while cooking, on a walk, with no warning. It knocked the wind out of me. Rituals take this grief and give it a shape and a story. Filling in this journal is a ritual too, but for a loss that hasn't hit us yet.
哦，这是什么？装饰。OK。哦，它还可以写字在上面呢。 哇，那这样应该都要重排了哦，因为刚刚是以完全没有这些东西为的时候去排的。嗯，这款其实喜欢写手账的，喜欢自己写手册的，应该玩的蛮开心的。OK，
I've brought tools to record the sights and sounds of this season. I'll start by recording the only place I've ever known.
Oh, 嗯，它可以蹲下，模仿蹲下的时候的感觉。卡洛村，嗯。哇，它声音的音源的那个来源模拟的好好，是这一间哦，是这个音乐盒吗？正对着它，它会声音比较尖锐哦，但如果移开一点的话，它的声音的尖锐感就会消失。其实跟我们在录音的时候，在那个直播的时候，麦克风真的不能够正对着我们的嘴巴在讲话。有一些敏感度比较高的麦克风，它的声音录起来就会有一种很压的感觉。它连这种东西都模拟的很好。我们可以对着这样子。而且它这个手把的震动好精细哦，这很难。手把的震动很难描述，但是它弄得很有质感。所以这个是安眠音乐吗？ 哇哦，这在办庆典还是什么吗？
Last night, my friends wrote down their hopes for my trip and tied them to the branches of this tree.
期待走下去一点会拍的比较好看。
We have plenty of fresh water here. I wonder if it's more scarce in the outside world.
那有些东西用拍的没有办法有特殊对白，但是如果用录的就可以了。那这个字没有办法缩小，还是可以啊？比例旋转，哦，好像不行哦。它应该可以让我缩小到可以放在这个地方吧？不然如果放大到这个，对啊，这个照片就会太大了。嗯。
A village that was created as a place to heal. Is that where my instinct to try to help comes from? It's so strange to imagine I'll be shaped by places and people I haven't met yet. So strange to imagine that I might feel at home somewhere else.
这是什么邮票吗？
Last night there was a goodbye party here in the plaza. Everyone was so afraid for me. To understand that fear, to understand where I grew up, you have to know the man standing watch over the plaza, Dr. Fumio.
文夫医生。
This is Dr. Fumio and his son. The statue isn't as old as it looks. The artist wore it down to give it a feeling of ancientness and the authority that comes with it. Dr. Fumio and his son founded Karo back in 776. They live on through our traditions.
哦，它还有这种玩法哦。穷极一生都在试图治愈迷幻病。就是一开始的时候，他妈妈说的幻梦病，因为翻译不太一样。有3座关于他事迹的壁画，文夫博士设计的器具。
There are 3 murals celebrating Dr. Fumio's work.
哦，我可以跑步了。所以我要找到那些壁画拍起来，然后文夫医生有一个什么器具要录音 ，Caro Cafe， 音乐与诗歌就在今晚。OK。
This is the cafe where my dad used to read his poems. He wrote one for me. Maybe he wrote it for you too.
天空飞鱼。
Pate's little daydream of leaving this place, of seeing something weird.
就是这个吗？
Dr. Fumio said the dream sickness was caused by something very powerful. He wasn't able to cure it.
文夫医生从未治愈过幻梦病。哦，原来这个小镇是建在山谷里面的呀。哦，这可以拍吗？哦，这个肯定就是那个医生做的嘛，音乐盒哦。
This is a healing instrument created by Dr. Fumio. It draws on the pure mountain air.
这个是治疗仪器。
There's something eerie about an instrument that plays itself. but wind chimes aren't eerie. I think the self-playing instrument needs to imply the presence of a person who isn't there, like this one does, to be properly eerie. A wish fell off the tree. I'm not supposed to read them, but it might be good for you to have an example of one.
但愿他会回来，告诉大家可以安全离开了。
I can go against tradition a little for posterity.
这个不知道是谁的愿望。他说的他应该是女主角嘛？因为外面现在对这里的人来说很危险，不能够随便出去。鲜花解药，药用植物配方。
We learn to grow cures for maladies from the outside world, even though they seem to be long gone. It's just tradition.
记忆过剩是什么？
Remembering everything must be painful. Dr. Fumio brought peace to so many people here. ，Pate loves fish, even though nobody here has ever seen one.
还有一个海报要拍呢。那这里怎么一个人也没有啊？这里应该就出去了。哦，第3张海报。我们记下了文夫医生治愈时间感紊乱综合症的那一天，纪念奥古斯塔·凯尔。是他被治愈了吗？
The elder sought out Dr. Fumio to cure her mother, who was suffering from time misperception.
所以有可能文生医生是，是文生吗？看一下，文夫哦，文夫医生是为了治疗他妈妈的这个疾病才当上医生的。
Dr. Fumio was an important person, but we also just have a need to put a human face on events that are beyond our control. He may have felt just as scared and helpless as everyone else.
诶，我刚刚不是有一张？哦，他把那张放在卡洛村里面。嗯。是因为现在还太早吗？所以大家都还在睡觉。
I go fishing here with my best friend Pate, even though there's nothing to catch. We both appreciate the silence.
来这里钓鱼。他刚刚说他们这个村落的人其实，没有人看过鱼哦。卡洛村710年。
Caro Village was founded during the modernity. Much later, Dr. Fumio arrived and remade it in his image.
哎，我们可以对一下它的年历哦。他刚刚说是710年嘛，所以它是在黄金季节的12年前这边建成的。哦，女主角出生的大概70年前。
This flower means you're in my thoughts. The morning after the search was called off for Dad, our doorstep was covered in them.
是往这里走没有错吧？这样就出去了吗？至少他的朋友派特要来送别一下吧。哦，这里有个声音，可以录一下。这个真的很难形容，但他的手把的震动真的很细，很精细。
A drip, just as slow, reliable.
真的很像是一滴水这样滴下来，然后滴在手把上面那种震动，做超细的。
Is it recording?
Yes.
Okay. How to leave home for my daughter. Find a sacred square of earth. Lay down so you have the dirt at your back. Close your eyes. Close everything. Do you see for yourself? You see for the dead, for the unborn. Do you listen for yourself? You listen for the dead, for the unborn. Your ancestors are in that dirt. All the living and all the dead are holding you up. Now, stand. They're still there, aren't they? It's time to move, to entangle yourself everywhere with everyone. So the next time you lay down in the dirt, you will have so much more to tell them.
哎，脚踏车哎，这里有在办自行车出租吗？
These bikes were used by messengers a long,
信
long
使
time ago.
邮差吗？ 停在这边感觉有人的耶，这不是偷一台车的意思吗？
I hold a photograph of everyone I've ever known. I hold it tight. Pate fixed up 3 bikes instead of 1.
原来这些是派特修的哦，那派特也蛮厉害的哦，会钓鱼，然后又会修车。但他在离开之前真的没有遇到任何一个人哎。蓝色、黄色、粉色，黄色吧，活泼的颜色。 哇，哎，哇塞，他的手把的震动真的做的超好的哎！我的妈呀， 啊，我要怎么停下来？哦，OK。哦，他的车可以直接这样子直立在这边哦，你不用停一下这个车的这个停车杆吗？其实真的难怪他游戏里面非常极力推荐说要用手把去玩哦，他的手把真的做了很多的精细的体验在里面，像刚刚的相机的快门按下去的时候，它会有一个停顿感。这里有得录东西吗？奇怪，我想要录那个鸟叫声，但是一开始录的时候，它的鸟叫就停了，可能那个是没办法录的东西。我可以骑上去吗？嗯，
I feel nourished in these sights by the unfamiliarity of it all. These means of connection, long in disuse, are certainly telling me something about the world. Will they be used again in the next season?
这啥矿车？哦，就这个嘛，这感觉可以拍一下。哇，这什么啊？怎么回事？这些纸是在地上飞，是不是？哦，这个是收发室啊，这个是写信然后寄信的、寄包裹的地方。
The irony of Cairo is that it's a closed-off place on the outskirts of a busy trading hub. A postal hub we hardly used is practically on our doorstep.
邮政中心啊，对。亚森群岛、天恩山谷、卡洛村。卡洛村那么漂亮。哇！哦，它的明信片的正面就跟大家说不要来卡洛村了，不是你想象的中的那个样子。嗯。所以这几张是明信片是来不及寄出去的明信片，就被放在这个地方。应该是可以全部拿走了。
I can see in these letters that the outside world has extremes, of beauty and tragedy, beyond anything I've known.
这边还有别人的货物哎。所以这个世界的上一个时代是发生战争嘛，然后战争之后，这个世界基本上是毁去了一半了，毁去了大半了。
The letter never made it.
而且发生的非
The
常
season
突然。
before this one, the war, seems so horrible.
所以就导致说这边很多货物、很多信都没办法寄出去。哦，哦，
That poor baby.
将信件转交给文夫医生。
Before setting up in Kero Village, Dr. Fumio roamed the land curing people. It must have been hard when he wasn't around anymore, especially for people who couldn't travel to the village.
贸易路线被切断了，塔洛村终于感觉前所未有的小。
Traders used to come to the outskirts of the village. The war put an end to this.
他这边是叫我们截图吗？哎，有一个人的包裹放在这里。哎呦，哦，我如果撞到东西的话，它会自己停下来。刚刚我拍这个没有反应，再拍看看。
In the village, these cranes look like little creatures, grazing.
啊，刚刚会没有反应是因为
I
我
had
距离
no
它
idea
太
how
远了，
huge they are.
所以没有办法。我其实没有办法太远的拍太远的东西，一定要到它旁边去。
I heard that village was abandoned because of a mind disease. Not every community had someone like Dr. Fumio to perform cures.
他说被废弃的小镇是对面那个吗？嗯。
I heard at some point the tides got less predictable.
哦，这在讲潮汐。
Places flooded that never had before.
注意淹没。啊、海陆运输业始于543年。
A crane to move materials around. The things that used to be possible. I forgot what I was going to say.
忘记要说什么了，什么意思？他怕青蛙吗？哎，那是不是有东西啊？那是山羊吗？哇，山羊哎！是不是太远了？最能够拉1.5倍而已。
We learned about old technology in school, but not much about animals. What are these strange goat-like creatures? Are they simply goats?
Hello， 羊。
My first time petting an animal. I think it went pretty well.
它完全不怕人哎。哇，还有2只，咖啡色、白色。
That time it felt off. I guess I had beginner's luck before.
这一只感觉就不亲人。
Okay, now I got it back. I'm in control. I can easily pet certain four-legged animals.
这一只羊没有脚，所以它是母的咯。 Hello， 你也吃太久了吧？头抬起来一下。这只是不是不会抬头啊 ？Hello， 你的头都埋进土里了，你知道吗？他也吃的太专注了吧？然后我发现我刚刚的 OBS 断线了一下下。对啊，是我的 OBS， 它偶尔会稍微这样子中断一下下，然后又自己连回去，不知道发生什么事。哎呦，我的车好远哦！哎，哦，它这里没办法自己走哦，那这个要用车骑过去吗？嗯，他那里能不能骑？我有点怀疑耶，骑骑看好了。哦，他会把我停在这里啊。青蛙哎，刚录的那个青蛙的声音，他说他忘记要说什么了。看来他真的是不是怕青蛙？哎，等一下，想拍一下看看。呵。
I cycled through landscapes, seeing them for the first and last time. I had no idea when I left my home how the season would end, or more importantly, How soon? On a cold, damp day, I feel true loneliness for the first time. Nobody could have described with words how big this world is, how it goes and goes. I passed through it, where others passed before me.
嗯，这个雨声也可以录一下的。哇，它这个雨声真的很适合当一个白噪音放在背面。嗯，直接午睡，这个真的很适合拿来睡觉。它里面有写字哎，可以进去吗？哦，这里有路。我想，如果我改变了风景，或许就能改变季节，把这些砍掉，就像砍树一样。但季节并不是这样变化。
This person wanted the season to change. Why?
把这些砍掉就能改变季节，什么意思？是有人讨厌这个风力发电的东西吗？那个不知道拍不拍得到哎。
The blades turn, but I bet they don't generate any power. Probably just swirling the air around.
每条线都被人切断了，每个电话都没人接听，我恨这个季节。
They wanted the season to change because they were so lonely.
感觉等一下应该会遇到他吧。
One melody is like me out here alone. I can't really live like this. I have a feeling they use these music boxes to fall asleep. They kept themselves company with music.
哦，那看来这里是有一群人住在这边哦，不止一个人。
Two voices is like me and my mom. We can survive, but eventually you need more. Three voices as complex as life is supposed to be. I could listen forever.
日子一周周过去，哦，他已经出来好几个礼拜了。
Time seems to pass differently around here. I feel so heavy and so light at the same time. I'm not really alone. I'm with myself. I'm with the earth.
嗯，哇，那结果感觉好像也遇不到这边的人了。哇塞，人都去哪了呢？遇到了一名司机，他们那群人似乎正要组建一个社群，我要看他们一起离开了，别了这孤独之地，别了这孤独之际。他走了。
Looks like they made it out of here. But what is this group? In the empty places, I found companionship in the tapes I recorded before leaving home. The elder told me the story of her life. I listened back to it, ready to note down anything that seemed important.
Let's set the scene for the listener, whoever that might be. This is the elder speaking. We're sitting in the plaza, saying goodbye to a dear soul. We're here to see if there's anything useful in my mind that could help you on your trip. A century's worth of memories, dreams, fantasies, visions.
哇，这个长老100岁了呀！
Like a big, old, haunted library. When I die, this library will burn down. But which book should we check out first? I don't have all the answers. But I do feel the story of my life could help you understand what kind of world is out there. It's okay not to understand everything right away. The moment may pass before you've gotten a firm hold on it. But as long as you're there to witness it, to take it down in your journal, you and others to come will someday take the time to make sense of it all.
真名是什么？这个故事对我有什么帮助？你是怎么当上长老的？对啊，他的岁数100岁哦，所以是比这个小村还要更老一点。这个小村才70年吧。
First, I got old. That's an important step.
Okay.
Being an elder is all about how you react to strange events. The key is not to be surprised, but kind of frown, look serious, and say something like, "It begins."
这个就是他如何当好一个长老的指南。
Never say, "I don't know."
Yeah， 这个很有道理。
Say, "We dive into a pool of uncertainty." I was born on the ocean. My mother and father worked on a cruise ship. The short-lived but glorious watery republics. Floating cities. Most won their independence by the time I was born. How can I describe them? They were a jewel of the golden season. Pleasure boats with a radical political program. How nice. The golden age was a time of flags, logos, mottos, mastheads. My mom taught me to read them. She was the ship's philosopher. My dad was a recycling engineer. Recycling on the ship was a matter of life and death. We had to get the most out of every object and watt of energy. These symbols and gestures were layered with meaning. There are signals in the way you might move your hands or close your eyes. Her job was to manage the symbols and their meanings. She designed the ship's flag, for example.
哇，很重大的工作
Let
哎。
me draw it for you. After the war, people were disgusted with groups and symbols. Keep an eye out on your trip. I bet you won't see a signal flag flying.
一定看不到任何飘扬的旗帜。
Her name was Augusta Kale.
奥古斯塔·凯尔，哎，我怎么对这个名字有点眼熟啊？奥古斯塔，
I loved the way the ship would tilt and roll with the waves. Especially as I fell asleep. It was so comforting. Picture me as a kid in bed, feeling the swaying of the ship. It was like being rocked to sleep as a baby. I loved exploring the ship too. Wandering through the suites, the swimming pool, the game rooms, and oh, there were 2 dance halls. A large, elegant one and another one in the basement. A lot of my firsts were down there. My first dance, my first kiss, and so forth.
讲得很委婉。
Our ship was taken over in the early days of the war. That was the end of the watery republics. I heard the dance hall in the basement became a weapons cache. Took me half my life to say goodbye to the world I knew in my youth. Imagine me and my parents and everyone I knew being escorted off the ship by a company of soldiers. And I'm thinking, I hope they don't make a mess of my room. I was embarrassed by the younger kids who were crying their eyes out. But they knew, I guess. Yes, the start of the war was a turning of seasons. And we had been warned the season was going to end. Oh, but we didn't understand the warning. You see, one night, along a coastline, we saw beautiful lights shimmering above the water. Later, we found out this was an ancient warning system. It hadn't been used in so long. We didn't know what it meant. We just thought, well, ain't that pretty? We tried to stick together and camped out on the coast of the prismatic grounds. I thought it was all temporary. I couldn't see how things would return to normal. But I was sure they would. Aside from that delusion, I was okay. Are you sure you want me to keep going? The story gets darker from here on.
更黑暗的故事。要讲战争时期的故事吗？
Okay, so conditions in the camp were getting worse. My mom got lost in thought for long periods of time. She'd be completely still for hours, days even. We realized she caught, well, now we call it time misperception disorder.
刚刚那个奥古斯塔这个名字好像是文夫医生的妈妈嘛，然后文夫医生的妈妈她得了时间感紊乱综合症，所以文夫医生想要治好他妈妈，所以这个村长其实跟文夫医生是姐弟或者兄妹之类的吗？
It's when you lose your ability to tell how much time is passing. A minute can feel like an hour. A day can pass in 10 seconds. We don't know exactly. Our consciousness is delicate. There are minerals and sounds that can adjust it. Dr. Fumio's greatest fear was that someone would use this as a weapon. We heard about a traveling doctor who could cure these kinds of diseases. I decided to go find him.
哦，看来不是哦。
I found out his name was Dr. Fumio, and he traveled with his son Lucio.
刚刚那段当我没说。
People talked about him like he was a god.
所以文夫医生有一半的理由是这个村长把他找来的。
I described my mom's condition to Dr. Fumio. He said there was no cure yet, but there was a village high in the mountains. He thought it was high enough he'd have a better chance at treatment. Lower places are more dangerous. Valleys are the worst. He invited me to join them in going to the village, but I wanted to go back and get my parents and bring them with me.
高山上的村庄就是这里哦。
I packed my things and got ready to leave the next morning. That night, my mom came to me in a dream. She was standing in a field of flowers. I'd grown since I last saw her. We were the same height. She pressed a finger hard into my palm. She taught me well. I knew the meaning of the gesture. I knew no matter what I did, I'd never see my parents again. In the morning, I told Dr. Fumio I would follow him to Karo village. The next few weeks were very physically tiring, hiking, climbing. And when we found the village, building, planting, cleaning, Fumio brought sick people from all over the world, and they got better. The treatments worked. Everyone was healing. So why couldn't I? One day, we got word the war was over. We never found out how it ended. It was like peace just swept over the earth in a split second. There was a party in the plaza to celebrate the end of the war, but I couldn't bring myself to go. Yes, it was over, but it had taken my home, my family. That night, as I was falling asleep, I felt the bed tilt and sway gently, as if it was being tossed on the waves of the ocean, as if I was back in my bedroom on the ship, as if I was back in my mother's arms, being rocked gently to sleep. I knew I was finally home, and nothing could hurt me.
I imagined coming upon a place as hidden and singular as my own village. Eventually, I found myself circling a valley, looking for a way in.
嗯，这个是不是刚刚拿过明信片呢？
This valley is asking people for a visit. I should oblige it.
哦，天恩啊，对啊，没错，刚刚拿过他的明信片了。 它上坡的时候会慢慢减速，所以要再重新踩一下。它这个设计也蛮不错的。天恩大坝来自冷静之地的馈赠。
We never used this kind of technology in my village. Nobody trusted it. Wow, it's still working. It's still delivering power somewhere.
哎，那个有面旗帜啊。
Must be a car, but it looks weird. I haven't seen one like this in my books.
哦，终于遇到他妈之外的第二个人了。
Oh.
Oh, hello.
The Valley.
他看起来像是军人的样子。
One second.
天恩通道，这里耸立的道路通往天恩山谷3位心灵之神的家园。进入时，请想象之前通过这道门的数百万朝圣者，他们诞生，他们过活，他们逝去。
I'm not the first to do this, just the first in a long time.
Is that a strotopop? What are they called? What is it?
TR13，啥意思？
I love old gear like that. It's getting more and more rare. I had a camera, but it broke.
哦，他在问我身上的设备。
Not that interesting of a story, I guess. What are you doing here? The whole thing, huh? You're young. You got time. What kind of stuff are you recording? That's the way to do it, if you ask me. If anyone asked me, I mean. The Valley would be a good place to use those tools. Too bad it's closed down. Let me finish up here, huh?
啊，所以他不帮我开门哦。
This looks ancient. It must have been hard to carve a pattern like that into a rock.
Hey. This was like a second home for a while. That was fun earlier when you showed up. And I was carrying the cardboard man. You were like, who are these guys? I've been pretty bored here. You know, the valley's gonna be flooded soon. That's why nobody can go in there. The dam is falling apart.
哦，他怕我被洪水淹没。
It's too old. There's nobody left who knows how to repair it. We're taking it down so we'll know when it'll collapse. It gives us time to evacuate everyone. Greyhounds.
挥之手，
We're a community organization. We do all kinds of fun stuff. Health clinics, minesweeping, daycare, evacuations, weddings. We're new. We'll do anything to make the future better than the present. No big deal. We're trying to get new things going.
还要展开新的业务啊！他们能做的事情已经够多了吧？
But it's hard. The past really has a tight grip on people. Doesn't feel like a fair fight. So we're trying to, well, anyway.
干嘛欲言又止？
It's funny. I stood guard here for a week. And I've only seen greyhounds like myself, and valley people on their way out. But now I see you, and you're like a new element or something. I've never met anyone doing what you're doing. And we greyhounds gotta support new things. So...
他放我过去了吗？
I'm not supposed to let anyone in. How can I? Jeez. I think you should go down into the valley and take a look. Gotta try something here. Dang it. I was trying to wink. Well, you get the idea. Go on and put that old gear to use. You can take my map of the valley too. I don't need it anymore. I'll be down to pick everyone up around midnight. See you then.
OK， 所以他给我1天的时间进去晃一下。
I met a greyhound. He let me into the valley. I think he wanted me to record what the greyhounds were up to. And he gave me a map.
索芬科契、伊索、马蒂欧拉，所以这些是灰之手的成员咯。
The assembly point seemed like a good place to start.
集合点，日落时开放。这边好像可以先放一下。
The elder warned me about valleys. She said they were dangerous. I feel a dulcet tension in the air. I enter to see the moment between seasons.
天温圣坛，我感觉他这边这个地点应该是在影射西藏吧。
It seems like I'll have to wait for night to enter the shrine.
西藏也是很多人爬山上去朝圣，然后那边有一些比较有名的寺庙。 嗯嗯嗯。
I'll think about what kind of visitor I want to be.
所以他的意思是不要我们去拍那边的居民的意思哦。哇哦，那什么？
A skeletal version of the kind of billboard I saw earlier.
广告牌。
The elder didn't think I'd see any flags. This could be a sign that the season is changing.
哇哦，这一大片该不会真的就是这一大片就是天恩山哦？感觉超级大哎，难怪刚刚那个挥手的人要给我一个地图。天恩入口。
All above will remain. All below will wash away. I am probably the last person that will ever be welcomed here by this sign.
我们现在在哪？在最左下角这边哦，有一个公车站。哦 ，OK， 哇，感觉这个里面真的超级大哎，这应该是一个国家公园的程度了吧？什么雪霸国家公园、玉山国家公园什么之类的。350年。
The elder told me there's very little information about the years before 500.
无名尸祭典，从公墓中随机选出一名逝者，一位僧侣会发掘此人的记忆，以供大家感受。What？ 发掘此人的记忆，让大家感受？有没有问过那个人的那个意愿？ 他说不定有一些记忆不想被别人发现呢、应该大家都是这样的吧？
I have wondered about the lives beneath unkept graves.
宁静的池塘区域。记忆之花，一种天恩山谷独有的花，历史悠久。和山谷中的宗教活动息息相关。
I wonder what the flowers have to say.
Oh, 应该是要拍这个吧。What?
God of sleep. I've been gathering harpic, and I've been gathering courage. If my big prayer is wrong, if it goes against divine will, please spare the people of this valley. We're so desperate for peace.
A memory told over and over again. She must have been important to have such an elaborate solitary tomb. All the rituals for the dead in my village require the body, so we couldn't perform them for my dad. But I can make my life a ritual for his memory. These metal animals are looking up, expectantly.
哦，它那个是动物哦。
God of sleep. I've been... God of sleep.
A green space. I feel memory in the air like pollen. It reminds me of a poem my dad was never able to finish. The first line was, "If you want to awaken the dead, just whisper."
他这边没有画那个记忆之花，用这个代表一下。这里应该可以把我的车子牵过来吧？这是鸟还是什么？有2只哎。哦，这里也有记忆之花，那可以先录一下。
People here are so weak.
I heard gunshots last night.
That was us. What is that?
Look at the pond, the water.
What is that pattern?
Should we run or something?
哇，他们遇到什么啊？
Something frightening happened in this memory. But what was it?
是指这个吗？池塘里面有这种生物。
This flower has a shimmering quality.
"饥饿的眼神，空虚的胃。
Will the last voice to cry out in the wilderness not even be human?
哇，我的 OBS 好像蛮常断线的哦。OK， 现在回来了，看起来这边这个天恩山谷是一个超级大的篇章哦，它很多地方可以去。想加入会议之手吗？将会打造出专属于你的职位。哦。
It sounds like they want to adapt their organization to the people in it, and not the other way around.
哦，这是他们的总部吗？他们在这边的服务处，然后大家如果要离开这个山谷，就可以集合在这个地方。可以先晃一下这里。左侧出现问题，大坝即将崩塌，没人知道怎么修。右侧我们会亲手拆除大坝，控制好大坝崩塌的具体日期。Oh my god！
There's a number to call for questions regarding the dam. There must be a lot of people going to the city if they need to keep track of them with cards.
将人们撤离到璀璨之城。哦。
Imagine if the man I met is the only living Greyhound, and the rest are cardboard.
OK， 所以这个集合点其实是这边的居民要来这边集合了，然后要全部撤离到璀璨之城。
The Greyhounds want to end this season.
可以拍吗？洋芋片、巧克力饼干。
These snacks are so identical, as if they were mass-produced. The snacks of my life have been homespun, idiocentric even.
这个还自带 BGM。 哇，看起
Say
来
they're going to build the next season. How?
看起来灰之手的野心真的很高哎。他们不只要终结这个时代，还要打造下一个新的时代。璀璨之城。
It's hard to imagine something new, a new way of living. But they're trying.
低洼代表危险，璀璨之城位于高处，土地安全肥沃。
The elder also said low places are dangerous. The city is high up like my village. Maybe it is safer.
感觉下一个地点应该就是去璀璨之城哦。
They had to leave so much behind.
Feedback.
The gray hands seem to care what people think about them. 查看垃圾。What？ There seems to be suspicion about the real condition of the dam and why it's being taken down.
这里有路吗？哦，这什么？
The artist has depicted the Greyhands as a child. They don't have faith in their capabilities, but see them as innocent?
哇，那感觉灰之手他们的做事能力其实是被质疑的，野心很大，但其实做不了那么多，或者做不了那么好。不过就算是这样子，这边的人还是被撤离出去的吗？集合点。
The process of taking people out of the valley was also a kind of ritual, a way of bridging one life to another. They know the world they're leaving. The next one hasn't been created yet.
发掘现场。这边还有一条路，我们从这边进去看看。
The Greyhands are creating a community?
牛舍，这里是牛舍，有牛吗？这里？哇哦 ，Hello 牛，是那种带着牛铃铛的那种牛哎。
Is that your name on your collar? Let's see. You are Madrigal.
Madrigal。Madrigal，Hello。这边太远了吗？
This machine looks powerful. It must have done the work of many people. And you are Mata.
Mata，马塔啊。感觉这个地方前不久还有人呢。哇，这个苍蝇的声音也太真实了吧
And your name is Tupet. I wonder who named you that.
还有脚哎，这种牛有脚是正常的吗？这个声音我不是很想录哎，但感觉会有剧情哦，我们录一下。Oh my god！
The valley keeps producing fruit, even when there's no one left to eat it.
果实哦，这边是腐烂的果实哦，所以这边是果蝇，类似果蝇的虫子。哎，拍这个会不会有剧情啊？啊，没有剧情。 谷仓。牛铃铛。
The sound of this bell has a lot of character. A little crane. Like the ones I saw on the outskirts of my village, but made of wood.
离它太近。
Filled with grain for the future. The farmer didn't know they wouldn't need it.
我们被疏散了，我们被安置在了璀璨之城的某栋公寓里，没有地方留给动物。我不得不把你们留在这里，这让我心如刀割。我把收音机调到了你们最爱的广播台，你们怎么对我那么好
？These people had to leave so much behind.
Wow, we got a big show today.
Huge show.
Breaking news. The Gray Hands have died.
What?
We're being reborn, baby.
And we're taking suggestions for our new name.
Live on the air suggestions from the rank and file.
You don't even need to be a Gray Hand to suggest a name.
True, true.
The number to call is 0019. That is 0019. First caller, hit us with a name.
Hi, yeah. I was thinking the bricklayers.
Okay. Bricklayers.
Laying some bricks. Well, yeah, thanks for the suggestion.
We'll be taking them all afternoon, so keep them coming.
That number again is 0019. You're listening to Gray Hand Radio. We are broadcasting live from Gray Hand HQ.
And we're gonna take a little break.
If the Grey Hands are changing their name, you'd know them as something else.
Oh, 这个就是牛喜欢听的广播台。What？ 牛怎么了？可以录吗？
The tune well enough. I wonder why it appeals to our bovine brethren.
"世界奶牛锦标赛最佳某某750年。OK。哎，我刚忘了读这个。
Cows from all over the world came here to compete in cow stuff? The golden season seems like such a different world.
这个地方这么有名哦，可以厉害到办这个什么世界牛锦标赛啊，世界奶牛锦标赛。Hello。上面还有一只牛哎。
They left so much behind. I can still feel life here.
冰淇淋。
I've never drank cow's milk, let alone some kind of frozen version. You are a cow and you are named Krasnahorkai.
什么神奇的名字？哦，进不去。看起来这里应该没东西了。牛舍应该就这样子逛完了。哇，前面是一片梯田呐、啊！那是什么？风筝吗？风筝怎么停在空中不动呢？哦，这冰淇淋车哦。
The faded optimism of a sweet treat makes me feel sad. The golden season must have been full of such little pleasures.
Stay where you can hear me, okay?
Thank God they have electricity down here.
Did you hear from your friend in the Watery Republic? Which one is it?
The Topaz. We can get a ride with them on the coast.
Great. And we're really just gonna leave the car behind.
It's a junker anyway.
Beautiful.
I told you 786 would be our year. I sang you that whole song about it.
They sound so free and happy, just roaming around the world.
“哇，怎么牛舍的东西这么多？”
Stay where you can hear me, okay? me, okay?
Compared to my village, they lived in the open here. They lived on the land itself. I hope in the future, at least some people are still living like that.
OK， 我想我们今天呢就先玩到这边吧。下一次的直播就是会把这个天恩山谷整片给玩完了，因为这个山谷看起来还蛮大一片的。刚刚应该跑了半个小时，才左边这一小块开起来而已，所以应该下一次直播就主要是跑这个。那这个游戏它的游戏时长看起来是不会很长啊，就慢慢玩吧。好，那么感谢各位今天的收看。如果你们喜欢今天的直播，不妨帮我按个喜欢，订阅我的频道，支持我一下。如果你是看直播成长的观众，也非常感谢你能看到这边。那么我们就下一次直播再见吧。不会，谢谢牛瑞的。